Okay, boys and girls, we are on page 81, problem set 14. So this is lesson 14. As you can see, this is the bottom, and we are on number 3. It says right here, all-in-one carpets is installing carpet in 3 rooms. How many square feet of carpet are needed to carpet all 3 rooms? So all-in-one carpets, it sounds like a company that is putting carpets onto their floors, and there are 3 rooms that they want to put it in. We have room A, room B, and room C. So with room A, we know that we need to solve for the area of the carpet by multiplying 15 and 1/2 times 25 and 1/4. So that's what I did here. I multiplied 25 times 4, which gives me 100, and 100 plus 1 gives me 101. And 101/4, the 4 comes from the denominator, which always stays the same. I'm multiplying 15 times 2, which is 30, and 30 plus 1, which is equal to 31. And I'm putting it over 2 because my denominator always stays the same when I change it from an from a mixed number to an improper fraction. So now I'm going to multiply. I have 101 times 31. I'm going to show you how I am doing that. 101 times 31. 1 times 1 is equal to 1, 1 times 0 is equal to 0, and 1 times 1 again is equal to 1. I'm going to bring down my 0 because now I'm multiplying in my tens place. 3 times 1 is equal to 3, 3 times 0 is equal to 0, and 3 times 1 is equal to 3. I'm going to add everything together. 1 plus 0 is 1, 3 plus 0 is 3, 0 plus 1 is 1, and bring down my 3, which gives me 3,131. So I'm going to write that down right here, 3,131. And we know that 4 times 2 is equal to 8. So now I'm going to divide 3,131 divided by 8. 8 can go into 31 3 times. 8 times 3 is equal to 24. 11 minus 4 is going to give me 7. Bring down my 3. 8 can go into 73 9 times. 8 times 9 is equal to 72. 73 minus 72 is going to give me 1. Bring down my 1. 8 times 1 is going to give me 8. Oh, you guys can't see. Sorry. 11 minus 8 is going to give me 3. So that is my numerator, and my denominator is 8. So we have 391 and 3/8. 391 and 3/8 feet squared. Okay. Now I'm going to move on to problem B. For problem B, we have 19 feet times 18 and 1/2 feet. Those are where those numbers come from because I'm finding the area. I'm multiplying my room B. Okay, so I'm going to solve 18 times 2. So when I multiply 18 times 2, I'm going to get 36, and 36 plus 1 is going to give me 37. So I have 19 over 1 times 37 over 2. Now I'm going to multiply 19 times 37, and when I multiply 19 times 37, I get 703, and my denominator is going to be 1 times 2, which is equal to 2. When I divide 703 divided by 2, I'm going to get 351 and 3/4 feet squared. Okay. Now that I solved for room B, I'm going to solve for room C. With room C, what I know is I have 25 and 1/4 feet. I have this measurement right here. But I need to subtract 2 and 2 and 1/4 feet. So I added 2 and 2 and 1/4, and I got 4 and 1/4. So subtracting 2 and 1/4 feet minus 4 and 1/4 feet, I'm going to get 21 feet. With 21 feet, I'm going to multiply that times 16 and 3/4, which is my number right here, which is the width of the room C. Okay? Now, I'm going to multiply 16 times 4 and then add 3. And 16 times 4, it's going to give me 64. And 64 plus 3 is going to give me 67. So I'm going to write 67/4. Over here, 21 over 1. So 21 times 67 is going to give me 1,407. And I'm going to divide that over 4. When I divide 1,407 divided by 4, I'm going to get 351 and 3/4 feet squared. I'm running out of room. Okay. Now that I have all of my numbers, I have 391 and 3/8 feet. I have 351 and 3/4 feet squared, and 351 and 3/4 feet squared. Now that I have all of those numbers, I'm going to add my numbers together to get my final answer. So I'm going to write 391 and 3/8 plus 351 and 3/4 plus 351 and 3/4. Okay? And when I add all of those numbers together, I'm going to get my final answer of 1,094 and 3/8 feet squared. I'm going to turn the page. And now we are on page 82. For page 82, it says Mr. Johnson needs to buy sod for his front lawn. If the lawn measures 36 2/3 feet by 45 1/6 feet, how many square feet of sod will he need? So I'm going to multiply my numbers together. 36 2/3 times 45 1/6. So 36 times 3. 6 times 3 is equal to 18. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 1 is 10. I'm going to add 108 plus 2. 108 plus 2 is going to give me 110 divided by 3. And on the other side, I have 45 times 6. 6 times 5 is equal to 30. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 3 is 27. So I have 270 plus 1, which is equal to 271 over 6. Now I'm going to multiply my two numbers together to get my answer. So 110 times 271. 1 times 0 is 0, 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 1 is 1. Bring down my 0 because I'm multiplying in my tens place. 7 times 0 is 0, 7 times 1 is 7, 7 times 1 again is 7. I'm going to put 2 zeros because now I'm multiplying my hundreds place. 2 times 0 is 0, 2 times 1 is 2, and 2 times 1 is also 2. I'm going to add everything together. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0, 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1, 7 plus 1 is 8, and 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. Bring down my 2. So I have 2,000, or 29,810, and 3 times 6 is equal to 18. Okay. Now that I have my answer so far, I'm going to divide. 29,810 divided by 18. Okay. Now, I need to figure out how many times can 18 go into 29, which is once. 18 can go into 29 once, so I'm going to subtract. 9 minus 8 is equal to 1, 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. I'm going to bring down my 8. and figure out how many times does 18 go into 118. I'm going to try 6 times. So 18 times 6. 18 times 6 is going to give me 108, which is correct. I'm going to subtract 118 minus 108. I'm going to bring down my 1 and multiply. How many times can 18 go into 101? Well, it's going to be one number less than 6, so 5 times. 18 times 5. 8 times 5 is equal to 40. 5 times 1 is equal to 5, plus 4 is equal to 9. So I get 90. And I'm going to subtract. 1 minus 0 is 1. 10 minus 9 is 1. I'm going to bring down my other 0. I get 110. Earlier we found out, oh, I almost forgot my 5. Earlier we found out that 18 times 6 is going to give me 108. So I'm going to do the same thing. 108, subtract. 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. That is my remainder, and my denominator is 18. So I'm going to write that down. I have 1,656, and my remainder was 2 18s. I can still divide these two numbers by 2 to simplify. So my final answer is going to be 1,656, 1/9. Is it inches? Nope, feet squared. Okay, now for problem B. If sod is only sold in whole square feet, how much will Mr. Johnson have to pay? So we're figuring out how much does Mr. Johnson have to pay if it could only be calculated by whole square feet. So I know that 1,656 feet is needed in order to solve. So right here, first I have 1,000 square feet. So I'm going to multiply 1,000 square feet times 0.27. 1,000 times 0.27. Okay? And when I multiply those two numbers, I'm going to get $270. That's for the first one. The second one I am multiplying. Next is 500 square feet times $22. So I have 500 times, not $22, 22 cents, which is going to give me 110 dollars. And then the next one, I have additional square feet, and I'm going to multiply that by 157. Or multiply 157 times 0.19 or 19 cents, which is going to give me $29.83. Okay, now I'm going to add all of my numbers together. 3 plus 0 is 3, 8 plus 0 is 8, bring down my decimal. 9 plus 0 is 9, 7 plus 2 plus 1 is 10, 1 plus 2 plus 1 is going to give me 4. I get $409.83. Okay, so he will have to pay $409.83. I'm going to be skipping problem 5. And the reason being is because I don't want to overwhelm you guys with all these problem sets when there's going to be an example in your homework. Okay, so we're going to turn to the next page.